And here we are. We are live. Let me just jump over here to the page to make sure we are back. Man, I cannot believe that it is 2020. It's just mind-boggling to me that
And here we
here
are.
we are. It's 2020, 2020, and we are launching our new training this year. We're going to be, we went over the end of the last year. At the end of last year, we went through the entire uh, process of building an app using every single tool in the app. It was just absolutely amazing. Hey, how you doing? And somebody said, hey, in the Facebook group there. The group doesn't show the person's name, so if you just say who you are when you give a little shout out there, it'd be great. And what we're going to do over the first part of this year is something we've not done a lot of, is talking about sales and going out and sharing with you. Hey, Jason, how you doing, buddy? And going and talking to you about who to sell to, who's your market. We're going to go through some scripts and that kind of stuff, and I'll post the scripts in the Facebook group. There's one thing I can promise you: without sales, you don't have a business. Without a business, you're not making money and you just stay at the same old job that you've been at forever. So we're going to show you and teach you and share with you how to look for customers, how to do it in an inexpensive way. Uh, One thing I'm not going to talk a lot about tonight, but I encourage you to build you a Facebook page, a business Facebook page, not a page that you're going to post a bunch of non-essential crap on that has nothing to do with your business. I'm talking about a page that you can put your blog post on. You can present yourself as an expert. You can show those things. You can do those things. Not a general page that covers everything you do. I'm talking about a marketing page for your app business, for your marketing company, for the what you represent in this space. I highly recommend you do that. Now, secondly, let me recommend that you launch a Instagram account that coordinates with your marketing page, okay? And do at least those two things. And a LinkedIn account if you're into the LinkedIn thing. I think LinkedIn's a great place to market. I think the ads are pretty reasonable there right now. It's going to get more, but without question, launch you a Facebook page and an Instagram account. And you need to build, if you're not using a website, if you're not using the App Wizard Studio website, if you don't have the Platinum account, you don't have the website, build you a website. Okay, build you a website, build you an app that you can share in your Instagram page and in your website and in the ads that you run through your Facebook page. Okay, so that when you're doing the things that you need to do, you have a place to send people. I know people that go out and sell that don't even have the tools in their app that they're selling, which is the dumbest thing that you can possibly do. So I'm going to be very forthwith this year. People come to trainings and they listen to half of what we say, and then they whine every day because they're not making money. That's because they don't do uh, follow through to anything they do. So we're going to teach you this year how to make money. That's going to be my number one goal in training. Uh, when Woodrow first started this company, he brought his 10-year-old daughter in and built an app. Now, I know most of you are smarter than a 10-year-old. But this first part, if it takes us a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it takes us, we're going to go through restaurants and we're going to go through different niches and we're going to go through sales approaches But what we're going to talk about tonight is where to find customers inexpensively. And I can promise you this, and this is probably going to disqualify 90% of you that watch this training. You're not going to make any money sitting on your butt in the house hoping that you make a sale. You may make a sale every now and then, but you're not going to make any money. And when you make that sale, you're going to get excited and you're going to say, you know what, this works. But it doesn't work. Because if you didn't make at least $50,000 to $75,000 last year selling apps, you did not do your job. You did not go out and work your business. If you're still working the same job that you had 12 months ago, and you've been with App Wizard Studio, and you've got all the tools in the toolbox, and you have everything that you need, and you know how to build an app, just absolutely beautiful app, and you did not make $50,000 to $75,000 last year, then what did you do? Did you even work? Did you even try to build your business? So this year, what we're going to do is we're going to share with you how to build your business. We're going to teach you the things that you need to do, but you're not going to be able to do it from your house. You're not going to be able to sit behind a desk and hope that someone buys your product. Built 5 apps today. Today is the 8th of the month. Built 5 apps today. Every single app was from a referral. Now, you say, well, Kerry, that's great, but I don't have any customers. You don't have any customers because you didn't work last year. You're not getting referrals if you don't have any customers because you didn't do anything to get the customers to begin with. And so we're going to talk about those things this year. And we're going to share with you some of the things you need to do. So it's 2020, January 8th of 2020, our first year of training. Welcome back to Wednesday night training presented by the App Wizard Studio team. My name is Kerry Miller, and I want to welcome you to another year. This is my 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is my 8th year. This is my 8th year coming to you to train. So I welcome you here this evening. Real quick, if you have not joined our Facebook group, if you're on our Instagram page, if you're on our YouTube channel, you can go to facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind and join our Facebook group. If you are on this channel, and you can go to YouTube and go to the App Wizard Studio training channel. And we broadcast in a simulcast on both channels at the exact same time. Now, real quick, disclaimer, App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires, and the work ethic is usually what absolutely kills a business. You don't have any. So tonight, we're going to talk about customers, and we're going to talk about 4 things. We're going to talk about 4 simple ways to acquire new customers. Now, we all know that most people, when they launch a business, they don't have a lot of capital to expend, especially if you launched a business like this when things started getting kind of hot in 2012, 2013, 2014. And so you didn't have a lot of expenditure money. You didn't have a lot of capital to go out and do massive Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, or any type of social media advertising. You probably didn't do any flyers. You probably didn't go out and talk to people. You probably didn't do a lot of things because that cost money. Well, there's one thing you have to understand when you launch a business. If you're going to be successful, you have to spend money to make money. If you don't spend money to make money, then you're probably not going to make any money because you cannot run a business for free. So the first couple of things is you need to do is you need to sit down and you need to make a game plan and you need to set a budget and you have to know what that's going to be. That's a totally different training. You probably need to go take a couple of business classes and learn how to do that, or go online. There's a lot of great information online that can teach you how to set up a business. Think about what price you're paying to bring in new customers in terms of time and money. Time is the one thing that we really forget, right? We forget what our time's worth. I cannot tell you what your time's worth. Nobody can. You're the only person that can set that. You're the only person that can say, well, I'm worth this. And you have to figure that into the time that you're out in the field. And if it takes you 3 hours to get a customer and your time is worth $100, then that's $33.33 that you need to figure in on your budget in order to cover your time. Okay. And then, what do you need to make a profit? So, and you can start to make better decisions about how to go about and build your business and where to best put your resources in order to build your business. So being more careful about where you focus your limited resources can only be a good thing. Don't go out and run. I get this phone call 10 times a week. Well, I'm going to run Facebook ads. Well, who's your market? And the conversation just stops. If you're not focused and know where you're going to put your money, then you're probably going to waste your money, because running Facebook ads is extremely difficult. If you're going to run Facebook ads, it's almost better to find someone who can do a $500 a month budget and help you to build your business. You should be making about $2 to $3 back a month. Back on every dollar spent in Facebook. If you're going in the hole consistently, then you're totally doing something wrong, and you need to turn your ad off, because we think sometimes that, man, we're smarter than the algorithms in Facebook, and we continue to throw money at it and throw money at it and throw money at it just because 727 people actually saw the ad. But if you're not getting clicks, then you're probably not throwing money at the right resource. Maybe the right resource needs to be totally local. Let me tell you something that happens with social media ads. We think that we're going to sell to the world. Stop thinking that way. You have to focus on your local market. How big is your local market? It could be your city if you've got a very large town. If you're like me, you got 8,000 people in this town and 15,000 people in the next town and 35,000 people in the next town. Maybe I want to encompass 3 towns and start working those towns locally via social media, and make sure that my resources are extremely focused, because the resources are going to be limited. Unless you've got $200,000 or $300,000 and you can call Frank Kern, who charges about $25,000 a month to run your social media campaigns, and you have the money to do that and hire someone like that, and you have a limited resource of maybe $250 a month, and you want to run $2 ads or $3 ads or $1 ads in order to get the local market stirring. While you're out shaking hands, people are seeing you there in social media. They're seeing you on Instagram. You can run Instagram ads. You can run Facebook ads. You can run LinkedIn ads in the local market. And that's what I recommend you do, because you have to stay laser focused in the direction that you're going to go. Okay, number 1 is advertising. The key to advertising successfully is to generate, and this is the key. Listen what I'm fixing to say. It's not just getting hits. It's not getting somebody to click to look at an ad. It's someone to get and click on an ad, okay, to click on the ad and receive their information. I'm doing a training course right now, and when I'm done with it, I'm going to share with you how to use lead generating ads on Facebook, so you don't have to have a landing page. You don't have to do anything. And they're getting really hot. And how do I know they're getting really hot? Because I've probably clicked on 20 of them in the last 2 days, directing me and receiving my information before I ever do anything, in order to get to the next spot of even looking at their website. So it's a great way to combine and really laser focus that. So the key to advertising successfully is to generate promising leads in exchange for the money you spend. If you're not getting any leads, if you're not receiving one single nickel, if you're not getting someone to click on your link and getting money back for that, your ad campaign does not work. Does everybody understand that? If you're spending money and you're not getting a lead, and that lead is not generating revenue, then you're in the wrong market and you're not doing the right thing. The whole purpose of generating leads is selling that leads. Now, this is something that happens all the time, and it absolutely will drive you crazy, especially if you've got salespeople and you say, well, how many leads did you get today? 6. And next week they get 6, and next week they get 6, and next week they get 6, but they never turn a sale. Why do they never turn a sale? Because the leads suck, and or they are not following up with the person. If you do not follow up and you're getting leads and you're not contacting them, you're sitting behind your desk thinking they're going to call you because they went into your website, but they gave you all the information right there. As they clicked that button to go to your website, they gave you their email address, their phone number. They gave you all the data that you needed, and you don't follow up with them. Just write me a check, because that's all you're doing is throwing the money out the window. And you will never do any more than that. It helps to offer a message that not only hits on your target customer, but also showcases the value you can offer them. We live in a value-driven society today, the most value-driven society ever in the history of the market. Why? Because competition is so stiff. Now, I'm not a firm believer of giving product away, but as an expert, I do not mind giving away all the consultation I can possibly give for free in order to bring that client in so that he knows that I am the expert and I can take his business to the next place. Create great campaigns and get these out to your target market. Think about you receiving the same information and would make you inquire further. If it's too wordy, guys, people don't have time to read a book. Videos are great. Facebook recommends a video of 3 minutes. Okay. But why? Because they know after study after study after study that a 3-minute video is what's going to catch the attention. And that's about the attention span of the people watching them. Think about you receiving the same information that would make you inquire further. If it doesn't turn you on, it's not going to turn on your customer. It's not going to happen. It's not going to make them click that button. Make sure it's exactly what you would click on. Go through, there are thousands of ads on Facebook. There are thousands of ads in Instagram. Go in and click on a bunch of stuff. Join groups. Click on ads and you will get a ton of ads. Go into a ton of websites, and I'm talking websites that you know are making money, the Frank Kern websites, the Patel websites, the Russell Brunson websites, and start watching their ads come up and duplicate and replicate, okay? Don't copy because they're not selling the same thing you are, but look at that and study it and learn how to do the things you need to do. If it's way too wordy, it could get deleted, okay? If it's too image heavy, it's probably not going to get the message across. So you have to have a good balance. People are increasingly turning to the web, making it a definite jumping off point for any advertising strategy. To tap into this medium, you first need to establish a web presence, okay? A web presence. When they click on your ad, they have to have a place to go. Now, in today's world, we don't need to build a 30-page website to get our message across. We need to build a very good one-page website with about 4 to 5 different things on there, including a contact button and contact information. Okay, some information about your products. Okay, it's nothing but an informational page. All right, a splash page, if you will, that gets your information out there. Okay, you have to have that. If you don't have a website, if you don't have a place to send them and give them more data, then when you talk to them, they're not even going to remember who you are. All right. Then depending on your target customer, consumers at large or other businesses, pick your web channel, LinkedIn, for instance, is a mainstay among businesses today, CEOs and other owners and entrepreneurs, Facebook is absolutely still, I don't care what all the stuff you see, that's because they're selling you some shiny object. Everybody is selling a shiny object for LinkedIn right now. And LinkedIn is mostly business to business. But with the way that Facebook has everything set up now, you can drill down very well to your target market in your local area. I'm not talking national marketing here. I'm talking local area. Also look for local business advertising in your area. There's a thing called Blip, B-L-I-P. Now, it could be in your area and it may not. Michael Cahill posted this probably 2 years ago. When they first got started, they had one in Atlanta, and I'll never forget. He sent it to me, and then he messaged me back and said, "Hey, I hope I don't see your ad on whatever the Interstate 20 going around Atlanta." And I didn't do that. But now Blip is starting to come to Texas. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to launch like 6 Blip billboards in the Dallas area. So that's local advertising. Now, out here where I live, we don't have a Blip. I've only got 8,000 people in my hometown. The next town over's got like 27,000. The next hometown over's got like 6,000. Okay, until you get to Rockwall in Dallas. Okay, you can advertise your services locally. They get seen by the people you're trying to target. Regular billboard advertising isn't that expensive. You can get a billboard for about $350 a month on the interstate. Networking and referrals. You heard me say before the training started, I built 5 referral apps today. If you don't have any referrals, that's one of 2 things is happening. You're either not asking, and or you have no customers. If you have no customers, you got to get off your butt and go get some customers. Landing referrals from networking or past business associations isn't just a cheap way to pick up new business. It's also a way to pick up customers with the highest retention rates. People want to do what other people are doing. Referrals in the app industry, and this has been my numbers for the last 5 years, is about 70% closure rate. More referral customers tend to purchase more over time and in turn become a source of additional referrals. So if a new customer gives you on average of 3 referrals, okay, and you go out and you get 3 new customers today, and then when you go back and take them their app and they all give you 3 referrals, that's 9. So you're going to close about 6 to 7 of those people on the referrals that they gave you. So you just turned 9 into what? 15 to 16 customers in a week. In a week. But here's the key with referrals. You have to go see them. They're not, just because you have their name does not mean they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call you. How do you find referrals? By having a product or service that's in demand. You must have a clear idea of what your perfect or ideal customer is. 90% of the time, 90% of the time, 90% of the time, when I talk to someone on the phone, I will ask them, who is your target market? They do not have a clue. They don't have a clue. I've always said this with a target market. What are you proficient at right now? What is it that you know the most about? What is it that you know that you're the expert in other than the mobile app business? Maybe you're a contractor. Maybe you're a carpenter. Maybe you're a roofer. Maybe you're a lawn guy. Maybe whatever you're proficient in, that's the target market where you need to start. Okay. Then you need to ask for referrals from satisfied customers of yours that have supplied other services. Okay. So if you're dealing with somebody and you get your car worked on and you go share it with the guy that works on your car, and if he doesn't buy from you, simply ask these words. It's extremely simple. John, I know you don't need this for your business, but who, and you need to say it this way, who do you know that can use this app to increase their business and generate more revenue for their business. What did you just tell that person in a very nice, polite way? You know, hey, I'm going to go sell this to a friend that you know who your name's going to tell me, and they're going to make more money than you because you don't want it. Okay. Networking events are generally a great way to meet prospects. Good place to go. Good way to do it. Produce better results. People are in a better frame of mind if you can find a good local one. Extremely, extremely important. I don't know where that came from. Extremely, extremely important. Okay. Finding networking events, find local business networking events, networking groups, or meetups. We've talked about that for like 4 years. Teaming up. Another way to leverage available resources through what's known as a host-beneficiary arrangement. In this arrangement, the same target customer will use their database to promote your business. Okay, so you go out there and you say, hey, you build websites, and I know you're not in the mobile app business. Let's team up. I'll bring you my customers that you can follow up with, and you bring me your customers, and we will work together and bring them to both the best worlds. Why would you want to do that? Because you can give them the code to put in that person's website that'll automatically do what? Direct them to the app. So really, they're getting a great marketing team to put everything together for them, and you're doing 50% of the work for the 100% of your money by simply sharing. If you're supplying apps and a company you know what supplies websites at SEO, or they're targeting the same business types as you, see if they want to refer people to you for apps, and you can refer people to them for their service that they offer. To draw in another business, offer to pay for the business owner's mailing or email expenses, or offer the business owner commission on any sales. Guys, the profit margins on apps are phenomenal unless you're giving them away. It's absolutely unbelievable, the profit margin on these apps. Give up some of that money in order to increase your business, generate more sales, give away more money, generate more business, and you will never have to worry about if you've got a paycheck or not. Buying business to business leads. If you want to go that route, okay, if you want to go that route, you can. If you're looking to purchase a large amount of leads and would prefer this approach, then there's a range of companies. All you got to do is Google them. There's business to business leads out there everywhere. But let me tell you why I have a problem with that. Why would, if you've got 200 businesses in your local area, why would you go buy their leads when all you got to do is drive by their business, walk in and talk to them, get their business card, and you got all their information right there, and you can mail to them all you want. You can call them all you want. Don't buy leads unless you're doing a very major campaign in a very large area. But for the majority of people, they're not even past their little small town yet. They've not built any apps in their little small town yet. So you're going to get that same information from a business card or some other things, their contact name, their number, email addresses, and you can buy that stuff. And or once again, you can get off your butt, you can go out to work, and you can make it happen. Okay, you can spend $1,000 on a data list of about 10,000 people, and you're going to need a CRM system. You're going to have to upload them into it. You're going to have to work those leads. This is used usually with large companies who have the budgets to spend a lot of money on lead acquisition. All right, trial and error. Good leads can be hard to come by. Just because you have a great product does not mean that everybody's going to understand it and want it. You're going to have to go out and actually sell it. Google to find leads is a simple way to get started and will keep your costs down. And that's, if I don't get anything across in this training, other than get off your butt and go to work, and keep your costs to where you can afford it and grow your business. use Google, use Facebook. Facebook, you can do Facebook ads for $1 per day and cover every single person in your town in the geographic area that you need to market to. Picking the verticals you're going after and searching for those business types in your local area will give you a good amount to go after in the first instance. And then if you will work the referrals, you will triple your business every single week. All right, guys, that's training for this week. For those of you that are new, I see a lot of new people on tonight. Our training goes for about 30 minutes. We're not going to inundate you. We're not going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. We want to keep it to where you can go in. You can watch 30 minutes of training. Some trainings are 20 minutes, whatever it takes to get in what we need to do. And we're always going to stick with one topic. Everybody have a great evening. Good night. God bless. And I will see you on next week's training.